So we got to go ahead and talk about this whole situation where Rory, he officially responds to the backlash on his podcast. Not only the backlash he received from the tweets, but from the spaces as well.
They were searching to go back and forth with you so they can clip it and put it on their YouTube channels. That's all they were searching for. Nobody was searching for answers. Nobody was hurt. Nobody's children didn't eat last night as a result of tweets that you tweeted, fake tweets 12 years ago. So it's not that serious.
I agree with you that there was definitely people in there with just that intention, but there were some people that were generally just looking for an answer. And I apologize for being dismissive to those people in particular that were just looking for an answer to what some of those tweets and fake retweets and all that was. So I do apologize because I did come off dismissive to some people that did not deserve that were just saw something out of context and was like, hey, what's up with this? And I was a little condescending and dismissive in the beginning. About 20, 30 minutes in, I started to realize, oh shit, all right, we're not doing the joke shit anymore. And at that point, everyone was texting me, get the fuck out of the spaces. And I felt like it was too late then. I gotta just stay here because if I run, it's even worse. But I handled that spaces very poorly. I will say that. You are correct about the spaces.
Okay.
I'm saying me personally, after I listened to the space, I felt bad of how I handled being dismissive in the beginning. That's all. So I want to apologize for that.
Why were you being dismissive?
Because when it started, there was, I know people don't understand the term fake retweet, but at a time on Twitter, people would type out retweet someone's at to make it look like they said something when you were battling back and forth on Twitter. So when that was popped up, yes, I was laughing at it. And I was dismissive, and then, people have every right to feel away with or without context. Like, I'm not here to argue that. I'm just here to say I handled the spaces poorly. That's all.
I guess it's just like again, let me just keep going to the age difference between you and me.
I can empathize with somebody looking at my white face in the space for so long, having opinions, and then seeing those tweets and being like, yo, what the fuck? I can see the outrage with it. I'm not here saying like, yo, what's like, why are y'all so mad? I'm not here to say that. But I mean, the one they're the most outraged about was not in the context that they're making it seem. But with that said, I understand why everyone's outraged. Yesterday, I just was in a different mind state, and I was being a fucking dick. Because I thought it was laughable for somebody to call me a raging racist. But this morning,
I did too.
But this morning, with a different lens and a good night's sleep, yeah, I sounded like a fucking asshole. So I apologize.
You had to apologize to all the victims?
I'm not, see, don't put words in my mouth.
Or you had to apologize to everyone that was offended and was hurt?
Sure, if somebody was offended by that, I do apologize.
All right, I mean, if that's how you feel, then cool.
But I mean,
I'm just saying, can you do me a favor from now on?
Don't go to spaces. Exactly. Listen, man.
Just that simple. That's why you going to spaces. And that wasn't even your spaces to go in.
That's true.
You just walk into dumb shit. Like, how you just bump your head on bullshit all the time?
And throughout the entire thing, I was just making it worse. Like, I didn't go in there and make anything better. I just continued. Anytime it even got like to an okay place, I made it 10 times worse.
I'm all for spaces when it's like a group of people that's having like a real conversation about some real shit. And, it's like, okay, cool, this is cool. But you can just tell when there's people in the room that just want to have a moment. It's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Show me your bed, nigga. I want to see your bed before you talk to me. Don't talk to me until I see your sheets. Don't talk to me until I see your bathroom.
I felt like when Maul be like, yo, just like get off the phone. That's why I just got off the phone and like went to the club, and I was like, yo, none of these niggas would ever be in here.
That's not a real.
It's not real. The internet is not real.
Now, granted, I am happy that he apologized on his podcast, but I think he would have, just been better off when this shit first hit the fan, was put out a tweet saying, yo, them tweets look crazy. And hopping into space saying, I just want to let y'all know, I apologize. I'm going to speak on this in a deeper manner on my podcast tomorrow. So, or Friday, just be on the lookout for that and go from there. Okay. And just hop out of the spaces. He made it expeditiously worse. And granted, I'm happy he apologized for it, but it is what it is at this point. And as far as what Damaris and Maul had to say, I really don't got a problem with what they had to say. I'm just more concerned with what Rory had to say about all of this. And in the midst of all this, you see his ex chime in, say that his ex at the time hacked his Twitter page and retweeted some shit, made it seem like he said some shit. But all she said was like, look, keep my name out of this shit before I really, make the boycott. But I know a lot of people are sitting here thinking, yay, we get a podcast canceled. And, like people debating on how this shit started. People saying, man, did this really all start or stem from Rory and Maul saying that, hey, we think that Clips, I deserve a Grammy more than Kendrick. When in fact, like I said in my last video about this, the whole reason why this shit blew up the way it did is because Rory addressed that one viral tweet of the person saying that these people are not hip-hop media. If he had never addressed that, nobody would have dug up some old tweets. And because of that, because Baby D was responding to people on Twitter, it just went more and more left. And this shit even got so out of whack, you had Julian chime in. I think at a certain point, we got to have a conversation about Julian still being butthurt over Rory and Maul. Like, look, It's been how many months? You need to let that shit go and move on with your podcast and leave it at that. Like, I don't give a fuck what issue you got with them. At a certain point, you need to move the fuck on and focus on you any and every given opportunity to dunk on your former friends. It's gonna get to a certain point, Julian, that shit gonna be looked at as lame and corny as hell. You keep on hopping this shit. On top of all that, people have had this ongoing debate whether or not this would end the Rory and Mal podcast. And let me just be the first to say, this is not going to have any drastic effect on their numbers, on their brand, on their podcast. Like I kind of said in my last video about this whole mess. Ain't shit going to happen. People not going to stop watching the pod. People not going to unsubscribe from Patreon or the YouTube channel. Numbers are not going to dwindle down. If you're really concerned about the numbers possibly dwindling down, just wait 5 months and then come back to their channel if you think that that shit's really going to be dead. I want to remind people, there's a lot of shit that's happened within a year that we've done skated past and forgot. There's a lot of people with old tweets that got exposed and they still got a platform to this day. And if those people still got a platform to this day, then why would it be out of the ordinary to think that Rory and Mal will still maintain their platform? DJ Vlad has had his past exposed on numerous occasions. Screwface John, even though I fuck with him, has had his dirty laundry put on the internet oh so many times. He still got his platform. Hell, DJ Academics literally got permabanned from Twitch. And for a short time, his numbers was affected. He lost like a couple thousand or so subscribers. But look at him now. He's over 900,000, if not by the time you're seeing this, over 1 million subs. So what really changed? All I'm saying, the only way Rory and Mal is going to get up out of here packed up, it would have to take some serious allegations of so-and-so did something to me for that podcast to be dead in the water. If it ain't going to be that, people on Twitter got to realize they not going nowhere. If anything, this just bolsters their numbers. That's all it does. Because out of everybody that paid attention to the tweets and to everything going on, I'm pretty sure a small percentage tuned into their podcast today and subscribed. People got to understand that Twitter and YouTube ain't the same. I don't know if people need to hear that in the back, but Twitter and YouTube are not the same. Sure, you use Twitter to promote your brand, but YouTube is the place to grow your brand. All Twitter is used for is promotion and clips. That's it. And also, everybody, and I mean everybody you know, has some bad tweets. Every fucking body. Everybody. I think everybody just needs to walk away from this. And of course, this ain't going to be the last time somebody's old tweets get dug up. But people just need to understand, every time we circle back to somebody's old tweets, we have to understand some of these people who are putting a mirror in somebody's face, they got dirty laundry too. Either A, they had just got done deleting their old tweets as well, or ain't nobody found them yet. Everybody on Twitter got bad tweets from fucking edgy 2011. Every motherfucking body. Now, luckily for me, my Twitter account, I've used that to promote my shit since 2019. Before then, I really wasn't on Twitter like that. I know there's an old account I made like way back in the day in high school, but I really wasn't on it like that because at the time as a kid, I didn't see the value of Twitter. I was like, what the fuck is that? Who the fuck gets on Twitter? In high school, I spent most of my time on Facebook, and once I graduated high school, I started switching to Instagram a little bit more and more. But we need to walk away from this with the notion that assume everybody you see on Twitter has a history of bad tweets in their closet, okay? The sooner we can agree to that, the sooner we can move on and come to acceptance. But all in all, I can't really see Rory and Mal going away anytime soon, despite this. Granted, I do appreciate Rory for finally accepting a little bit of accountability, even though he screwed the pooch heavily on this. Nevertheless, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.